Hello everyone, welcome to the e-learning platform. This is Garima Srivastav is going to start chapter 9. The name of the chapter is the Internet Web Browser. Children, in this chapter we are going to discuss many topics such as network, internet, history of internet terms, basic requirements for an internet connection, and last topic is best practices related to online safety. So children, all these topics we are going to discuss in this chapter. Let's start with the first topic, that is about the network. A network that connects different computers is known as a computer network. Or we can say a network is a group of interconnected computers to share resources, exchange files, or allow communications. In other ways, we can also say about the network that a network consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources such as printer and CD, exchange files, or allow electronic communications. The computer on a network may be linked through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, satellite, or infrared light beams. This way, children, we can understand about the network. Now, let's see about the next topic, that is about the internet and the history of internet. First, we will see about the internet. When the computer networks are joined together, they form a bigger network called the internet. Or we can say the internet not only contains huge variety of information but also provides new ways of interacting and connecting with people. Other ways we can also say about the internet that the internet is a global network of billions of computers and other electronic devices. With the internet, it's possible to access almost any informations, communicate with anyone else in the world, and do much more. Now we will see about the history of internet. So, in US Defense Departments, we can say that US Defense Department set an advanced research project agency. In short, we can say ARPA, ARPA, for research. They designed a network of four computers to exchange and share their data. This network was called the ARPANET. The first workable prototype of the internet came in late 1960s with the creation of ARPANET. In full form, we can say Advanced Research Project Agency Network. ARPANET adopted TCP or IP on January 1, 1983, and from there researchers began to assemble network of networks that became the modern internet. So this is all about the history of internet. Now children, we will see our next topic, that is internet terms. We have many words, many terms which we are using by using internet. Whenever we are using internet, we have some terms which is only used for the internet only. So first we will see here about the www, that is World Wide Web. It refers to a network of websites on the internet, or we can say the www, that is World Wide Web, commonly known as the web. It is an information system where documents and other web resources are identified by URL. Full form of URL is Uniform Resource Locator, which may be interlinked by hypertext and are accessible over the internet. And Who invented www, that is World Wide Web? So inventor is Tim Berners-Lee. Now next word, or we can say next term which we are using for the internet is web page. A web page is a digital page of a website which may contain text, images, videos, audios, etc. Next word for the internet is home page. The first page of any website is called the home page. Children, some more terms are also there which we are using while using internet. Next term is URL. That I told you just now, that full form of URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Each website is identified by its unique address, which is known as the URL. Next one is ISP. ISP full form is Internet Service Provider, or we can say it stands for Internet Service Provider. It is a company which provides the internet service to the users in exchange for a fee. Some more terms are there which we are using for the internet. So term is net surfing. The act of searching on the World Wide Web by following one link after another without a planned search strategy is called the net surfing. Next term which we are used for the internet is search engine. Search engine, it is a software that searches various web pages on the www for a particular information. Or we can say a search engine is a web-based tool that enables users to locate information on the www or World Wide Web. Popular examples of search engine are Google, Yahoo, etc. Now let's see the next topic. Children, our next topic is basic requirements for an internet connection. Means what basic requirements are there for the internet connection. Here first requirement which we can see, that is modem. Modem is the short for modulator demodulator, or we can say the full form of modem is modulator demodulator. It is a hardware component that allows a computer or another device such as a router or switch to connect to the internet. It converts or modulates an analog signal from a telephone or cable wire to digital data. Digital data means 1 and 0 that a computer can recognize. Similarly, it converts digital data from a computer or other device into an analog signal that can be sent over the standard telephone. Now, next requirement what we can see for an internet connection is ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider, and ISP is a company which provides the internet service to the users in exchange for a fee. It provides services for accessing or using the internet. It also provides internet email accounts, software, user's name and password to the user in order to get connected to the internet. Some popular examples what we can see for the ISPs are BSNL, Airtel, MTNL, Reliance, Idea, etc. In other words, we can say this internet service provider, that is ISP company, that provides internet connections and services to individuals and organizations. In addition to providing access to the internet, ISPs may also provide software packages such as browser, email accounts, and a personal website or home page. Now, next requirement what we can see, that is telephone lines. It is a medium that is used to connect the computer to an internet service provider, that is ISP. Beside this wireless medium, for example, air is also used for the data transmissions. In other words, we can say that telephone lines are used to deliver landline telephone service and digital subscriber line. In short, we can say DSL. So, full form of DSL is digital subscriber line, phone cable service to the premises. Telephone overhead lines are connected to the public switched telephone network. And last one, we can see the requirement for an internet connection is about the web browser. A web browser is a software application for accessing information on the World Wide Web. When a user requests a web page from a particular website, the web browser retrieves the necessary content from a web server and then display the page on the user's device. Some of the examples of the web browser are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, etc. Children, after this, we will see our next topic, which is very helpful for you all. What should be the best practices will be there whenever you will be online. So we will see here about the best practices related to online safety. How can you protect your system? How can you protect yourself? So first we will see about protect your system. How can you protect your system? For that, first thing, you should use antivirus always in your computers. Means antivirus is a program that protects your system against virus. It identifies, prevents and removes viruses from a computer. Next one is keep backup of your data always. It is always advisable to keep a backup of your data on a secondary storage device. This keeps your data safe even if your computer faces a virus attack. Next, always scan attachments. Means email is the most common means of transferring virus, trojan, malware, etc. to your system. You should always run an antivirus scan for all the attachments attached to any email before saving it to your computer. And next one is think before you click. While surfing the internet, you may come across several options. Be vigilant while selecting the appropriate option. Take the help of your teacher or elders while making the selection. This way, children, you should protect your system. Now, next we will see how can you protect yourself. It's also very compulsory and very needed it is. How will you protect yourself while using internet? First, you should choose a strong password. Password is a safe way to prove your identity when using email accounts, e-banking or your computer itself. You should always choose a strong and unique password which cannot be cracked easily. Next is do not give your personal details to stranger. Giving personal details to anyone over the internet can prove to be harmful for you. So never share any personal details to any other ones who are strangers to you. Next one is be careful when making friends on the internet. You can meet a number of people on the internet. Many of them pretend to be what they are not. So you should choose your friends carefully. Next is practice caution when shopping online. Always check the validity of the website you are shopping from. Be extra careful when sharing your credit cards details or while making payments online. Children, I hope you are able to understand how can you protect your system and how can you protect yourself. So, I think easily you are able to understand the chapter. At last, we have recap of the chapter. Prepare the chapter properly. Read this recap of the chapter because full summary of the chapter is given in this recap. So learn and read properly. Thank you.